It's the National Football League on EA Sports, and our focus is on Kyle Pitts. He went well over 100 yards a week ago and found his way to the end zone. It's the Commanders and the Eagles coming up next.
Opened back in 2003, have a look at the Lincoln Financial Field, where 70,000 are rocking and ready to go in Philadelphia. Today it's week 4, and we've got it should be a great one here, as it'll be the Washington Commanders taking on the defending NFC champs. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, you look at this Eagles team as they enter play here. Now, losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here. They start the drive with Cook. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Throwing Jones. All the Commanders are going to get there as he's taken down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. But just 2 plays in, and Charles already their first sack defensively.
Yeah, how about that? That didn't take long, did it? And now they look at 3rd down, and that's another time to try and go and get the quarterback too.
I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. Now Jones. And it is caught. And it'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 3rd and 19, no problem, as they're able to convert.
What my dad would say sometimes, I'm just scratching my head here trying to figure out what was going on there defensively. How did you lose him in the middle of the field? If you're going to lose a receiver, make sure it's someone on the short side of things, not deep downfield, that can hurt your defense.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time. Well, this Washington defense, Charles, terrific in the victory a week ago.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
Here is 3rd and 5. Operating from the gun, Jones, and he's unable to haul it in, so it falls incomplete over the middle 3rd of the field, and that brings up 4th.
After watching him drop that slant, I can hear my old coach's voice ringing in my ears right now. You can't run with the ball until you catch it. Trying to get those rack yards before he secured it.
And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line. So here is Washington now backed up a bit to start their first drive. And a glance here at their quarterback, standing 6'3".
And he's playing at a very high level here in this early part of the season. In fact, he leads the NFL in passing yards. Now, that's not always an indicator of success, but in his case, it is.
They're going to be stopped up on this first down run. He might have gotten back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. Now a 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Stroud. Out route to Jefferson, and he's got it. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 10-yard line. Well, they'll work with 4 receivers here on 3rd and 6. Stroud looking to throw. He had a man open, but missed him, and it's incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. On the return, here's Agnew. A 46-yard boot, but just 36 following a pretty decent return of 10 yards. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. The Eagles in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Give to Cook out of the gun. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Hey, it's not the most spectacular play, but I think most teams will take that every single time for the first play of a drive. Begin the series with positive yardage and set yourself up for a very manageable 2nd down.
And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. Operating from the gun, Jones. And he will find his man on the outside. And that play will go nowhere, losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. And that was a heck of a play there on the outside.
Partner, sometimes I think on a play like this as a corner, you've got to think to yourself, all I've got to do is slow him down so others can come over and support. But in this case, he said, forget that. I've got this. Sorry you had to make the run for nothing, fellas.
Dixon, the punter, is on as he sends it away. And that is very well done there, as this will be marked out of bounds at the 5-yard line. Now Washington going to retake the field for drive number 2. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game, but I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally, because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated, because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Now it's the fullback. This is Kyle Juszczyk. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
And that's a nice gain by him on 1st down, picking up some key yardage.
Second down and a run by Robinson. And now off to the races down the right side. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. 61 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. Yardage-wise, he's in the top handful of backs in the league so far this season. A great run there.
He's going to love that standing when it comes to contract time. But even more so, his team loves it because he gives them an identity and sets a tone.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Back to Robinson now on 1st down. He'll take it inside the 25.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. Gets this one to Juszczyk. That he's brought down, but he has it down to the 12 on a pickup of 12. 1st and 10. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Ready.
A shotgun snap to Stroud. And it's caught. And the Commanders are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. Here we go now on 1st and goal.
Check. Unlock line.
Robinson will score. Touchdown, Commanders. He had the option to hand that football off. I think it's safe to say that he made the right decision. That was a heck of a run.
It certainly was. And when you mentioned the option, most people think the quarterback's not going to keep the ball. You know, in the NFL, that's usually not the recipe for being around too long. So when you do keep it, it often surprises the heck out of a defense.
On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. It's good, and Washington will take a 7-0 lead. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it was capped off by the touchdown run for Brian Robinson. And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Looking to throw. Jones.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. Well, when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
Brian Robinson Jr. making his way back onto the field. First month of the season, those numbers pretty solid. Does he continue that?
I think so, because when you come out of the gate this strong, that means that you have planned for it and you like the results that you're getting. So I wouldn't have any doubt that the head coach, offensive coordinator, actually called him in and said, look, you're our guy, okay? We're going to continue to stick with this as long as we're winning games. You ready for the challenge? And then they presented it to the rest of the team. I think we'll see plenty of that as this season moves on.
And I'm sure he said challenge accepted. Stroud's throw pulled in by Jefferson. And he's taken down inside the 30. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
And Stroud wisely slides down safely after picking up the first down.
The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a first.
Now Stroud. To the right side and complete to Jefferson.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be second down.
Stroud.
Toward the pylon, caught. A 6-yard pass on back-to-back plays. Picks up the first.
Robinson. No signal, and now they say he did not get in. He is stonewalled at the 1.
Second and goal from the 1.
Robinson again. But he will not get to the goal line. In fact, he won't get to the line of scrimmage as they push him back to the 2.
Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down. They'll try and run. This is Robinson. And he's not even going to get back to the line of scrimmage. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
A field goal would make it a 2-score game, but they're going to go aggressive. They're going to try this thing on 4th and goal.
Back to throw. Here's Stroud.
And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. They try to throw on 4th and goal from the 2, and this Eagle defense stands tall down near the goal line.
No surprise, they try to throw the ball on 4th down, but it gets batted down. They don't pick it up.
Well, a little football 101. When you're going toward that quarterback, you see he's going to start to throw. Get your hands up,
Get
right?
your hands up, affect the play, and then everyone get your hands up. When the ball gets to the receiver, moment of truth, knock it away.
And he sidestepped one man, but reinforcements come to stop him right around the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 10. Here's Cook again.
And he's upended at the 6 as they double their room to maneuver on a pickup of 3.
An extra man in the secondary for Washington on 3rd down.
Back to throw. Jones.
Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
Here's Riley Dixon now as he's on to punt for Philadelphia. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. So possession goes over here on the punt.
And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Daquan Jones in on the tackle there.
Stroud to throw it.
Man open is Robinson. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Washington with the football here to begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. Here's Stroud. Over the middle, complete to Samuel.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down.
And Stroud now to throw. Finding Kyle Pitts running the slant.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
2 yards left on 2nd down from the 9. Here goes Stroud again. Back in the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. Ron Rivera scowling down on the sideline, and he's thrown out the red challenge flag. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So for Ron Rivera, challenging that call turns out to be the right decision.
Elliott good on the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0.
Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. Now Jamal Agnew from his end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. Philadelphia's offense ready to give us another look.
And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line.
Dominique Robinson, the one who got in there to drop him. Well, you're already up a couple of scores here in the first half defensively, and Charles, they just seem to be playing really free on that side of the football.
I love the observation because with that type of a lead, they feel like they can take a few more chances and be even more aggressive, and it's been paying off for them so far this game.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
Here's Riley Dixon now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Now a fair catch called for and made right on the 45-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt.
And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But it's the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
A gain there of 21 yards.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
Get it!
Stroud to the air on 1st and 10. Samuel bringing in the slant. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Here we go.
Second down and a little more than a yard here.
Let's go. Ready, go.
Looking to throw. Stroud. And that'll be incomplete. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. Can't simulate it, right? So your decision making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
And he's going to have a Commanders first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 1. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Let's go.
Second down from the 8. They can get a first down by reaching the 5.
Check, Panther. Reload, reload.
Out of the gun, they give to Robinson. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play.
If they're going to get a first down out of this, they're going to have to earn it because there's been tough going in the interior there. And here we are on 3rd and 1. Be prepared. Brace yourself.
And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown. Chris Olave, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Commanders have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Well, with this rookie QB, we talk a lot about his ball placement and how good he can be at laying it right in there. I think we just saw, Charles, though, the strength of that arm. That was an absolute rifle for the completed touchdown.
It absolutely was, and let's face it, you think he was really ready to get that first touchdown? Absolutely. He threw that pass with authority, just as you described. Big-time arm right there, and let's face it, a lot of quarterbacks used to be pitchers in baseball. The fastball was usually their best pitch, and we saw it there.
Taken at the goal line. Philadelphia's offense ready to go again. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
4 yards the pickup, first down. Well, we've seen running backs in today's NFL get involved in the passing game. Maybe it's about time more receivers like that get involved in the running game.
And that is something we are seeing more and more in this league, no question about it. That wasn't the biggest of gains, but it was enough to get them a first down. And it continues to test the defense. They have to think on every play about who might end up with the ball.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Jones in trouble here, and down he goes. Byron Young make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
That's 3 sacks now, and that's not much of a surprise to me, nor should it be to you. This team, they lead the league in sacks.
Yeah, they do. This is something that we are starting to witness time and time again. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far offensively or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Yeah, call it 38 yards on the punt, no return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Set to go again. Here's Brian Robinson in the Commander offense.
And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here.
Meanwhile, Stroud's throw taken in by Samuel.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
Roll, roll, roll. Hey, hey, no, no.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson.
And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Let go.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
Olave holds it in.
They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. The offense on 3rd down, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Back to throw. Stroud.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down. Looking to throw. Stroud. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
But you do need to know as a young quarterback that if you're going to spread the field, the ball's got to come out quick, and you have to know where to go with the football, really, in pre-snap. Identify where you want to go and get rid of it.
Here we go. Stop.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive.
Go.
Back to throw. Stroud. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
And based on my math, they've only converted 1 time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. 3rd downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. And the route is on. It's 24-0. Maybe a little fortunate there. That was leaking a little, maybe leaking a lot, but he got it.
Yeah, he actually was able to make it work. How about the body language, though, right? As he's watching that ball leak to the right, trying to...
There he goes, right side. Jamal Agnew. Touchdown, Philadelphia. He goes 102 yards from one end zone to the other.
And the Eagles get a bit closer.
That was a special return, and it happened because he's a special returner. He has to have that approval from his special teams coach's head coach to bring it out of the end zone.
But let's be honest, a lot of times when they bring it out of the end zone like he did there, they don't have approval. I mean, I think a lot of times they do, but correct me if I'm wrong. Sometimes it's just a guy getting a feel, right?
You're exactly right. What's the old adage? Sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules. And if you do, you're taking on some responsibility. But he was happy to do so there.
So let's try this again after the kick return TD. Here's yet another kickoff.
Taken at about the 1. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Brian Robinson Jr. making his way back onto the field.
He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the second quarter.
And he doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back, and that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. They start on the ground with Robinson here. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid-type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Ready.
Robinson on a give right side. And he'll be taken down at about the 45.
Not a lot of running room there. Not a place to make a cut and kind of exit out because they had everything bottled up. Looked to me like the linemen were taking on their blocks really well and giving up no creases.
2nd and 7.
Ready.
Looking to throw. Stroud throwing out right here, caught by Olave. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 12 yards that time for number 12 as they move the chains. Now they'll throw it with Stroud here, 1st and 10. Short throw caught by Pitts. So the completion good for 6 yards. And it'll be 2nd down.
Ready, ready.
Back to throw. Stroud. He completes it to Olave. And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 12-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards.
His college teammate Garrett Wilson and the Jets won the award, but Chris Olave was very much in contention for Rookie of the Year honors as well. The only other rookie over 1,000 yards last season, he really looked worthy of that number 11 overall pick and a nice 1st down catch right there.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. The throwing again is Stroud. And his throw is incomplete. That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way, a dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense, because when he's doing that kind of work, it really hurts you.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Paulson Adebo. And the Eagles are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
Absolutely a golden opportunity missed there to add to their lead and really cap off an impressive drive, because they've got the advantage and plenty of time to add to it. But on the flip side, plenty of time for an opposing comeback as well. So when you have the chance to distance yourself from opposition so early, partner, you know you don't want to let it slip away.
Okay, here we go.
Throwing Jones. It's complete to Cook. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Now Jones. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other, because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first half scores just like this one.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd.
One 1st down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
4th down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon. And a fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 18-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And they will take over 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room. Daquan Jones fighting his way home to get the sack.
Ready.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. A lot to get to here as we say goodbye to September and take a look around the NFL here on this first day of October. We'll start up at Highmark Stadium, just outside of Buffalo. And it's the Bills who have the lead in that one. Alec Pierce, a touchdown reception. From there, we head on over to Wisconsin to check on the Packers at home at Lambeau Field. And they were losers in that game as they fall to the visiting Detroit Lions. Aaron Rodgers, excellent in the victory as his guys moved to 3-1 after 4 games. Lastly, let's get you to Charlotte, North Carolina. Check on the Panthers at home at Bank of America Stadium. As you can see the score there in the second quarter. Christian McCaffrey has a touchdown there. It was a solid first half of football for the Alabama man, Brian Robinson. He had a touchdown run that helped get his guys this halftime lead. This was an extremely one-sided first half. One team showed up ready to go. The other's been in a daze thus far. But there's still plenty of time left for this one to tighten up significantly.
And we will not see an attempt to match that return touchdown, as this will be a touchback and bring it out to the 25. So here is Washington now to take over. They were winners a week ago against Buffalo, and they lead here with a 1st and 10. Throwing now is Stroud. Middle of the field to Jefferson. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
65, Cat. 65.
Now Stroud. Another one on this play for Justin Jefferson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards the pickup there.
Press coverage on the outside, and for defenders, that's the ultimate risk-reward. If you take the risk, can you reward yourself by keeping them on the line of scrimmage? But no, not on that one. Got to step on them. Now it's just a matter of laying the ball out there for him to go get it.
Panther 60. Panther 60. Let go.
On 1st down, here's Stroud. And that is caught at the 10-yard line. Touchdown. Curtis Samuel, 46 yards. And the Commanders are able to stretch out their lead. He put quite a bit of air underneath that touchdown pass. Of course, we knew that he had the strong arm.
That part was easy. You could see that throughout his college career. But what you want to know about a rookie is when the pressure's on, can you throw with touch? He just did right there. And, boy, it was pretty.
Elliott now to add the extra point. And the lead is now 24. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And the result, a touchdown for Washington. From his end zone, here comes Agnew. Fighting his way through contact. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. They go play action here on 1st down. Jones in trouble here, and down he goes. Samson Abukum. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
You can just see it in their body language. They're starting to see victory on the horizon now, and if it comes to fruition, they got to give a game ball to the front 7. Defensive line has taken charge and controlled this game. Face a challenge of stopping this opposing offense, and they've done so with ease.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. It's caught here by Adams. And he's going to lose yardage here back at the 8. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up. Looking to throw. Jones. And that will be incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
And he'll take it on this side of midfield. They'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return.
And Washington will have a short field here as they take over 1st and 10. And Washington going to come back out here to take over offensively.
They're just looking to do more of the same. They were good in the first half. They've extended their lead so far here in the second half. They're just looking good on hitting on all cylinders right now.
And sometimes that means a head coach who really has a finger on the pulse of a team may not have anything to say at all. May tell the rest of the coaches, just back it off a little bit. This team has it under control. I remember hearing about Bob Knight years ago in basketball, getting ready to give the final speech before the gold medal game in '84. And on the board, Michael Jordan had written, "Coach, after all we've been through, there's no way we're losing tonight." He didn't even give a pregame speech.
Wow, interesting. Well, right now, no speech is needed.
Stroud's throw caught by Olave. And he's going to have a Commander's first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Stroud to throw it.
Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted.
Picked off by Isaiah Rodgers. And the Eagles will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores. But, yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground.
And the defense closes quickly there, and he'll get maybe a yard to the 33. Ball at the 33, 2nd and 9.
Back to throw. Jones.
And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home.
Samson Abuka able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Jones. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, that play was certainly a little bit different because on the previous play, he was sacked. This time, protection a lot better. Had time to survey the field and still couldn't find an open receiver.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line.
Washington ready to try again on offense.
They're just looking for more of the same. Great first half so far. Good second half. And sometimes I guess maybe, Charles, these coaches, they don't have to tell these guys much when they're rolling like they're rolling right now.
You're exactly right. I've heard stories of some of the best coaches in our time or any time having grabbed their staffs at halftime and said, guys, they're playing really well. Don't go in there and give them a whole lot of stuff. Just pat them on the back. And essentially the speech at halftime is, let's go, guys. And that's it.
Yeah, no one's upset the apple cart so far.
And this is going to be a Commander's first down as he's able to get this up past the 40.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
They'll run again here with Robinson. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. Stroud looking to throw. And he will find his man Samuel. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 32-yard line. A very solid gain of 27.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
Here we go.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Reload. Bring it. Bronco switch. Bronco switch.
Now a quick throw into the hands of Jefferson.
And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd down and 8.
Ready, ready. Hut. Ready, ready.
Stroud out of the gun here.
Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down.
Roll. Hey. Go.
Here's Stroud.
And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
Nice call by the defense there on 3rd down. Just flood the field with extra defensive backs in their dime package. Nowhere to go with the football. Forces the incompletion.
The kick by Elliott is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So tack on 3 more, though this, it's just a rare drive where they did not find the end zone.
Yeah, you're right about that, partner. But at this point, I don't think you're too concerned about that. You just want to possess the football for a while and drain the clock. If you can get 3 out of it, that's great, too.
And no return here for Agnew, so they'll bring it out, start the drive at the 25.
Now Philadelphia ready to get going on offense again.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here and maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
It's a gain of 22 yards. That's good for an Eagles.
Now Jones throwing on 1st down.
Jones in trouble here, and down he goes.
Samson Abukum able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
Collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number is just staggering because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answers for this unrelenting pressure coming at their quarterback.
Great. I'll go.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Jones. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
Even against double coverage, he found enough of an opening for a noticeable gain. 2 guys on him, yet he finds a way to uncover downfield for the completion.
Swinging this out wide here for Cook.
And they'll get this across midfield, but not nearly close to a 1st down as he stopped at the 48. 3 yards all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Here's Riley Dixon now as he's on to punt for Philadelphia. And that will hit and continue on out of bounds.
Set to go again. Here's Brian Robinson, the Commander offense.
He's had a good performance, moved the ball effectively on the ground. Of course, he has the 1 touchdown.
Ready.
And when you're able to move it as effectively as you've described, that leads to finding a way into the end zone. And now he's just trying to do it for a 2nd time. And, of course, with that comes additional yardage.
Yeah, looking for additional yardage. And, again, that 2nd score here in the 3rd quarter. That'll go for a gain of 7. And that'll make it 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 7-yard line.
And they'll send the tight end in motion.
Robinson up the middle.
And this will be a gain of right around 3 from the 7 out to the 10-yard line. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
These two have hooked up 9 times now this afternoon as they pick up the first. And Stroud now to throw. Got this complete to the tight end Pitts. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. 23 yards the final tally. The partner is still in the third quarter, but they've got this one well in hand and still airing it out with gusto and picking up some nice gains.
And even in lopsided games like this, you don't really see starters get lifted or the foot come off the gas before the fourth quarter. No one wants to leave any doubt when they're playing well. They just want to continue the process.
Calling a gain of 3 on the play, and it's second down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 43-yard line.
Back to throw. Here's Stroud. Over the middle, complete to Samuel. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that'll leave him with a 3rd and 2.
5 yards on the play. And it's 3rd.
Stroud. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. The Eagles offense back out onto the field. And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
You're exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of a play, multiple plays, that puts the ball in the air and allows for them to have some success.
So no gain on the play, and they'll be facing a 3rd and 12.
Here we go.
Back to throw. Jones. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
And you can tell just by looking at them that this offense is a frustrated unit. Things are really unraveling here, and as a head coach, time to earn your paycheck. You've got to find a way to keep it together as that brings up another 4th down.
And now a fair catch called for and taken just outside the 40-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They're continuing to rock and roll, and at intermission, maybe sometimes you fear after such a good first half of a letdown, but that wasn't the case.
And what I remember most about being in those situations is exactly what you're talking about. You almost have that sense of satisfaction. You're like, we're doing really well. I remember one time someone saying, winning's fun, but so is playing really well. Why would we want to do otherwise? That was the message, to keep the intensity up, to keep things going. And that's exactly what we're seeing here from this team.
Yeah, it's helped them extend their lead. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. This is 3rd and 9. Short throw caught by Pitts. And he's going to have a Commander's first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the 4th quarter.
Check, Panther. Reload. Let go.
Robinson, he'll try the left side. And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. 110 yards rushing now as he's done it on 22 carries. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Bring it. Bronco switch. Ready.
Again, it's Robinson. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
They need to get this to the 24 on third down. In motion goes the tight end. On third down, Robinson. And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. 13 yards there and a Washington first. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game.
Here we go.
That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Yeah, that's good for a gain of 6. And that will bring up second down.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up second and 4 at the 12-yard line.
Ready.
Looking to throw. Stroud. Touchdown, Washington. Curtis Samuel with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Commanders start to open this lead even wider here in the 4th. He has really settled in throwing the football, and that touchdown here in the fourth quarter gives him a pretty comfortable cushion.
He may be a rookie, but he's playing like fourth quarter, and the QBing is easy. How about this guy? Youngster, not worried about anything, just cutting it loose and having fun.
Elliott good with a PAT, and this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
Holding, receiving team.
They were trying to create some space to run. They created the penalty.
And you work on it so much. You work on it so hard. But it's tough to simulate game speed in practice. That often runs you into a penalty.
And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Back to throw. Jones. That'll be complete to Cook. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6.
At the 34-yard line.
Looking to throw. Jones. Right back to Cook for another completion. Call it a gain of a yard, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
Half jumbo.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that is incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a...
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for Washington, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they'll head back home next week.